All right, no fancy audio this time, straight from the phone, then I can push it up into the cloud and hopefully just stop mucking around with this stuff. I have turned the lights around so they're facing to the wall, they're reflecting back off the wall, hopefully take out a bit of the intensity. That the lights are super bright now as well, and they're basically at maximum brightness. They've got a very mild filter in front of them and they're bouncing off the wall. And if I look not at you but at me, I think this looks okay because the other one's looking really weird, like the color's really weird. Now, I've got the lights on the ceiling turned on as well. I'm gonna turn those off just to see what it looks like. Because I felt before things were getting just maybe a bit too bright. So that's with the lights up there off. Now, I was worried about the light coming from the window the first time. Holy shit, there's a lot of mucking around. I was worried about the light coming from the window. I'm gonna open that up, maybe not even all the way. That's just a blind. But that's not all the way, and the only thing is, as I do that, like the chair gets light. I probably should actually be doing some work today. Let me go all the way. See, I think this now feels too dark, and there's too much light there, so I'm going to close it, because the other thing is I can't rely on this always being light. Plus, it's nice to actually be able to do stuff in the dark. So I don't think that works. And then, and I don't have the AE lock on as well, so I know everything's going like this, but I figured since I'm changing colors the whole time, that would be better. So I am feeling that this is better. Incidentally, I'm not sunburned, so if I'm looking too red, it's not me, it's the damn camera. Now, let me play with these lights. So I'm going to turn these ones way down, and then I'm going to turn them around to face me. Which would be light number 1. Maybe not too bad. Light number 2. That is both the 2300 and the 5600 Kelvin turned way down. That looks like it's reflecting too much. Incidentally, I am going to put it in the tweet, but please don't watch all this if it's just boring, because I know this is painful, but I appreciate all the troubleshooting that people are helping me with. I'm going to turn down the lighter or the brighter spectrum. Like so, and then I'll do this one. I have a feeling the earlier kind of redness was due to too much of the warmer light. So I'm going to pump up the cooler light. And not this one. Right about now, someone's going, I should tell Troy you can buy a device to do this while you're sitting there and pump up all the lights. All you're going to do is go and spend more money on eBay. And then I looked at the light. This is getting ridiculous. Just want to talk about cyber. All right, so what I'll do, I think, because I'm looking at the other one, I recorded earlier on the screen behind me, where everything was just a little bit too warm. I think this is looking better. And now I am getting hot because I've been running around like a crazy man trying to adjust lights. I'm going to do a little bit more of the white light on that. Now I'll put a little bit more there. I'll take a little bit out of there. Let's do that. Down there. And what will happen is we'll just get to the point where we go, this is as good as I think it's going to get within reasonable boundaries. And I know that there was this whole point about not sort of having it too flat as well. So I'm just going to tilt this one around a little bit. So it comes from a slightly different angle. And I think that side's a little bit darker now. So, look, tell you what, I'll put this out. I'm actually quite happy with the fact that the background darkens a little bit and the focus is more on the foreground. I'll pump this up via the YouTube. See what you think, and again, thank you very much if you have watched this far. Clearly, I'm just sort of stumbling around, quite literally in the dark, trying to work this out. One other thing that came up a few times on the Twitters was people saying, get an iPhone app which will allow you to adjust white balance and things like that. If you have a good suggestion for iOS on that, please let me know. Otherwise, anything else within the bounds of what I have at my disposal here would be awesome. And thank you very much for spending time on this. See you guys.